Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Virginia, and today I am back with 10 brand new spring and Easter DIYs for you to enjoy this year. They're all pretty quick and easy ones, so even if you don't have a lot of time on your hands or consider yourself a very crafty person, I think that you can do all of these DIYs. So starting off, we are going to be making this bunny sign. I picked up this really pretty paper from the Dollar Tree as well as this ceramic tray. I'm just laying down a little bit of Mod Podge and then placing the tissue paper on top as a little bit of a decoupage. I really like the background. I tend to think of pinks and purples, even a pastel-y green when it comes to Easter and spring, but I really liked the way that this blue, it's almost like a periwinkle color, a little bit blue, a little bit purple, really was I don't know, just a little bit different for spring, not your typical pinks and purples, which don't get me wrong, I do love, but even the shirt that I'm wearing as I'm making this DIY kind of matches it. So maybe I'm just in a blue season for me. I'm really liking the blues. So after I went around with my X-Acto knife and trimmed off all of the excess tissue paper, I went in with some of this gold paint. This is from Folk Art and it's almost like a gold foil. It's very metallic, and I went all around the edges of this. I actually used this for my wedding. I picked up a mirror from the thrift store and used this paint to turn it into a gold mirror, and I'll insert a photo of that because I really like the way it turned out. This paint is fabulous. I looked for some bunnies for the centerpiece of this at the Dollar Tree and did not find anything that I liked, but I went over to Walmart, which I think has a fantastic, probably even better than the Dollar Tree finds. This was only 99 cents, and since Dollar Tree has increased their prices, you can find some really nice stuff for 99 cents over at Walmart. So that's where I picked up this bunny on a pick. I just took the pick off the bunny, added a nice little blue bow, and I had some baby's breath from a bouquet that I will actually be making later in the video, so I tucked that around the bunny. A year or two, I did this DIY with actual peeps, and a little bit of an issue if you live somewhere where it's warmer, you can't really have sugary sweets out. They might look cute in a video or an Instagram reel, but the reality of living in the South is you are going to get ants and all sorts of bugs. So I came across these sponge peeps on Amazon, and I absolutely love them for a couple of reasons. One being that it's bug proof, they're not actual candies, and two, you can put the water directly in. So if you've seen people do this DIY, they'll have to put another vase in the center where the flowers are. So obviously the peeps don't disintegrate into the water. But because these are sponges, I was able to line my vase with them and then pour the water directly in. And again, since they're sponges and not the actual sweet, I didn't have to worry about my peeps melting. And it really just takes out a step. And I love the way these turned out. I will link them down below if you want to purchase them. Next up, I haven't done a DIY with buttons in a really long time. The only DIY I could think of that I've done similar is I made a bunny out of twigs. I'll insert a picture here. So I had picked up all of these different pink buttons and didn't use them in a DIY yet. So first off, I thought this was a good deal from the Dollar Tree. So for $1.25, you got 4 pieces of cardstock, a really nice size and good quality. Usually at Hobby Lobby, the scrapbooking paper that I pick up when it's this size and this quality is around 50 cents a piece. So I thought $1.25 for 4, actually I think I'm mistaken, I think I got 5 of them, was a pretty good deal. So I'm just tracing out this wood egg that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I decided to use this minty green color as the background for this DIY. You could freehand a silhouette of a bunny, you could just go straight in with the buttons if you've got the visual in your mind, print out a background of a bunny and cut it out. I used my cutting machine and some vinyl to lay this down. This is basically going to be my stencil, and I'm going to be covering it in the pink buttons. I laid down some Mod Podge first. You could of course use hot glue, but the reason I like using the Mod Podge is it does take a while to dry, and since I was working with various sizes of the buttons, I would move them around. It's not permanent like hot glue. I could, have a little bit more wiggle room to play around with those buttons and make sure I got the sizing exactly how I wanted. So this step, obviously super easy. Just lay down your buttons, put on a YouTube video, put on a show, and get to work. It takes a little bit of time, but again, it's super easy. Once it was fully dry, I added some embellishments. These bunny tails I got in a big pack from the Dollar Tree. And then I thought it was missing a little something, so I just made a quick bow up at the top. And the Dollar Tree also sells wood cutouts with various Easter scenes. They have chicks, bunnies, carrots. So I did add the bunny to the centerpiece of this bow. If you don't want to do a whole DIY project, but maybe upcycle a little bit, these adorable bunnies, I love the pattern, are $9.99 from Walmart. All I did was change out the ribbon with a prettier chiffon ribbon that I had in my craft stash. Now on to another bouquet idea. I think this is really great if you're going to someone's house for Easter, if someone's hosting you. It's a really nice gift to give someone. I picked up a vase from the Dollar Tree and spray painted it white. These flowers I loved. They're just the baby's breath and some carnations. They were, I believe, 3 for $9 at my local Publix. Then I took the bunny ear headband from a Dollar Tree, cut the ears off of the headband, and hot glued them onto the vase before adding a ribbon. This is such a simple DIY, but I think this might be my favorite in the whole entire video. I have them sitting on my mantle right now, and they make me so happy to look at. It's kind of crazy how something so simple can make you so happy, and I really think that anyone would be very excited to receive this as an Easter gift. I did end up changing the bow from that more mauve color to the lighter pink. I thought it went with everything just a little bit better. For, I believe, the past 2 years, the Dollar Tree has sold these large jute eggs, and besides adding them into a dough bowl that you might have on your dining room table or something, I couldn't think of what to actually do with them, and then I came up with the idea to just display them on one of the clear candlestick holders from the Dollar Tree. And I wanted a large bow to be on it. So it's really simple. You're going to take your ribbon and turn it into a circle, and then move the ribbon to the side, pinch it in the center, and you can see we're starting to get the bow part. Move the ribbon to the right-hand side, fold it and pinch it in the center, and now you can see the center of the bow and the 2 actual bow parts. Move it again to the left-hand side, fold it and pinch in the center, then move to the right-hand side, fold and pinch in the center. You can make it as big, you could keep going. I decided this was enough for me here. And if this tutorial wasn't as clear, or maybe you need a little bit more help, I go way more in depth on how to make this bow in a previous video. I will leave it linked up above. I go a lot slower and a couple more times, but I have done it quite a lot on my channel, so I wanted to speed through on this one. But of course, I will leave that linked above and also down below if you need a little bit more of a tutorial on how to make this bow. The really nice thing about it too is there's very minimal cutting involved, so if you make a mistake, you don't have to worry that you've wasted a bunch of your ribbon. So after tying that around onto our glass candlestick, I am adding down a little bit of hot glue and then placing the egg down in the center. I had some of these really nice spring florals from the Dollar Tree. I loved the lavender picks, so I started to add a bunch of those in. These are actually from last year. I haven't loved the spring florals that my Dollar Tree has come out with, at least this year so far. I know it's very early into spring, but let me know in the comments down below if your Dollar Tree has got any spring florals in yet. Back in December, I made some brown paper bag gingerbread house gift bags, and they are back again. I've seen them all over Instagram and TikTok, Pinterest, all of the places, and it's so easy to make. You're just going to take those brown paper bags again that we used back in Christmas time, but we're going to change it up a little and turn them into bunnies. Super simple. Mine were a little bit longer, so I did cut off maybe about an inch, inch and a half off the top, and then I just drew some ears into the corners of our brown paper bags. I didn't do that on my first go around, and when I filled up the bag and then tied it with the ribbon, it did end up ripping a little bit, so that's where you're going to put the V's in and cut them out. It'll just make it a little bit nicer when you pull everything together. You can, of course, fill your bags with whatever you like. I took some of the fake grass from the Dollar Tree that you would put in an Easter basket and put that down into the bottom of the brown paper bag. And then I filled it in with a bunch of eggs. You could fill the eggs with jelly beans, chocolates, whatever you want, put a gift card, really anything that you want. And once you have everything all filled up, you're going to squeeze it together, again being careful not to have anything rip. And then I grabbed some of this pretty ribbon. I'll have it linked down below. I got a bunch of different colors off of Amazon, and I'm just tying a bow. And of course, it would not be complete without a cotton tail, so I grabbed a little bit of hot glue and then placed that down onto our brown paper bags. I also wanted to share with you this find that I caught at my local Dollar Tree. It's a pair of salt and pepper shakers shaped like Easter eggs. I think they're so beautiful and they were only $1.25. I was shocked. I thought they were going to be in the plus section. They have another version with a bunny and a carrot, and I think I've seen one more floating around, but I highly recommend picking them up. They are great quality. Turning a cloth napkin into a bunny head is super easy. You're going to fold your napkin at an angle so it looks like a triangle, and then just start folding it down. My napkin wasn't a perfect square, so the bunny ears weren't quite as angled as it would be if your napkin again was that perfect square shape, but that still worked for this DIY. I took a little bit of jute and tied it down at the bottom so you can see where the bunny head is supposed to be, and then we have our bunny ears up at the top. I had one of these farmhouse eggs from the Dollar Tree, so I tucked that down in the center of the napkin, which is supposed to be the bunny head, and then I also had some leftover baby's breath, so I tucked that down into the jute. Just like the napkin DIY, this next one is super easy but adds some fun color and a hint of Easter spirit to any house decor, so if you're low on time, this is a fun one to do. First, I'm going to make bunny toppers for the top of my jars. I have seen where you can cut a popsicle stick in half, or I guess just rip it in half and then do bunny ears, but you would have to have some really big wood beads for that. Mine were much smaller, so I took 2 wood beads, the smaller one on top for the bunny head, and then I just cut out some ears using some burlap ribbon that I had. And then I did one more, again, with the 2 wood beads. If they were bigger, the popsicle stick would be perfect for the bunny ears, but mine were pretty small. So I grabbed these bunny ears. They were on a Dollar Tree bunny garland and used those. And then I had some fun jute in different colors. So I just took some of this purple one and made a little bow tie around my wood bunny. I decided to make one more wood bunny because I didn't like the way the large bead and the small bead looked for that first one. So this one, again, I had some of these wood bunny cutouts from the Dollar Tree. I pulled the ears off and then hot glued those onto the wood bead. Taking one of the jars that I already had in my kitchen, instead of filling the entire thing up with, these are actually gumball eggs from I think 2 years ago from the Dollar Tree. I use them for decorating, not for actually eating. But I just made a tube out of some cardstock and stuck that down in the center of the jar. That way it looks like the entire jar is filled, but really it's just around. If you had a ton of jelly beans or a ton of candy, then you wouldn't need to fill in the jar, but I didn't have that much left, so I decided to place that down in the center, and I did make a little lid for it too so the jelly beans didn't fall down into the center of it. And this way you don't have to use as many treats to fill up your jar, but it's still a fun way and it'll make it look like it's totally full. If you ever do that game at, baby showers or parties where it's guess how many are in the jar, this is a good way to trick your guests because it'll look like the jar is full, but it's not really. I finished it off by adding some fun bows and then of course hot gluing our wood bunnies to the top. Last up for today's video, I'm going to show you a DIY carrot patch. I love using I'm not sure if it's a muffin tin or a cupcake tin from the Dollar Tree. I have made so many different DIYs over the years using them, so wanted to do one this time as a carrot patch. So I started off by painting the entire thing white and then pretty much going over it with all brown paint. I probably didn't need to paint it with the white first, but I did like the little bits of white showing through. Then once everything had dried, I was running really low on my Spanish moss. So my idea was to fill each of the little muffin tin areas in with the Spanish moss, but again, I was really running out, but I had a ton of polyfill, so I put a little bit of that down into the muffin tin first, and then I just covered that with the Spanish moss. Dollar Tree, I'm sure you guys know, sells these really nice jute or twine carrots, so I stuck these down so it looked like they were growing, and I cut them at different lengths so it looked like they were at different stages of their growth. I also have these cute little carrot signs that I made using my Cricut. I will leave the link to the project that I found from Design Space in case you want to make your own carrot signs. And I also added a little bunny in the background too because I figured it wouldn't be a carrot patch if there wasn't a bunny sneaking in. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Leave in the comments down below which of these 10 DIYs was your favorite, and I will be back in my next video with some brand new Easter DIY gifts. Until next time, keep searching, keep creating.